Good morning, everyone. Oh, there she goes. How y'all doing? She's curled up here in my arm, like a little baby. Um, no scratchy, no scratchy. Yeah, we're still doing that a little bit, but it's calming down, so that's good. Gonna get her some food today, and the wet food. She has dry food, but she does a lot better if she can do both. Um, we're gonna get her some of that today. And Angie has the day off. She's going to take me shopping. After I had lunch yesterday, oh my gosh, I got really horribly sick. And I kept feeling like I needed to use the bathroom, and then did a couple times, and then right before leaving, of course, I had to go again. I'm like, now's not a good time because I'm trying to leave to go to orientation and everything. I'm like, oh. So I was still on time, but it was a bit stressful, but that's okay. Orientation went well. Got my paperwork done and so forth, and took care of, starting to learn things about the company and so forth. So that was good. Found out how much I'm going to be making. Actually, I thought it was going to be one, and then after I got home, and they got because basically I was hired on for one position just to have a title or whatever until they can move me in the system over to the actual thing that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making more money, so that's a good thing. Still haven't really found out about the benefits. I tried logging in last night after I got home, and I'm having some issues being able to log in, and I do have to sign up within the first 30 days, and they do kick in from day one. So, I need to find out how to go about all of that. One of the things put on my list, I have to go back tomorrow afternoon for onboarding. And then initially for the first couple of weeks, they have me scheduled for a morning shift to basically shadow somebody to start learning the ropes and so forth. And then I'm being switched over to that evening shift. And it looks like I'm going to be working at least during the week, during regular hours, basically, with the exception of Sundays, of course. I'm going to be working until 11. And it's not a set permanent shift like I thought. That's kind of what the impression that I had gotten. It changes every month, so. But yeah. So, yeah, I started learning a lot of that stuff. Of course, it's all changed in the last, 7 years since I've worked a regular job. Yeah, everything's computerized now, even like the I-9 forms and so, all those tax forms and everything. And I'm like, okay. And then, of course, out there in Nevada, we didn't have state income tax. So, and I had to fill out the tax form for here, for Minnesota, and I was getting a little confused. I'm just like, okay, because of course, it's been 20 years since I've had to fill out anything for state. Federal is no big deal. I remembered all that, but anything for a state, yeah, I haven't had to do any of that for quite a while. So I hope I filled it out right. Oh, sorry. My phone was slipping. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll find out end of year. But at least it'll be a lot easier than what my taxes have been with being self-employed. So, of course, I'll probably be having to be paying in now. So I'll have to make sure I set money aside for all of that. Or at least do the best I can to try and, zero it out. I was just thinking something, but now I know with the standardized deduction, that's increased exponentially over the years. So I was just thinking, like medical expenses and so forth. I doubt it if that would even things out with the standard. So, I don't know. We'll see. I know little tricks with getting around some of that stuff, so we'll see what happens at the end of the year. It's mostly going to be state that I'm going to have to be worried about, because always, state is always trickier than federal. So we'll see. But anywho, oh, you want to say hi? She came back. Yeah, there she is, all nice and comfy, cozy. Yeah, there she is. There she is. She's like, I'm tired. I don't blame her. I'm tired too. I kept her up a lot of the night. I got home. Yeah, I was trying to take care of things. There's a couple apps I needed to download, and I was trying to find out the insurance information. And I was having issues logging in and everything. Oh, excuse me. My nose is a little stuffy today. But by the time everything was said and done, I sat down to eat dinner. It was about around 11, something like that. And, oh man, my stomach was a total mess. And it wasn't nerves. I know my friends kept saying, oh, it's anxiety. I'm like, it's not anxieties. I know the personality of my disorder, and it's not anxieties. That's different. No, this is just flare-up. And it's not anxiety-driven. So, people can believe what they want to believe. I don't much care. I know the truth. That's what matters to me. But I'm just reiterating right now, it wasn't anxieties or nervousness or anything like that. It's just, I have my own suspicions as to what it is. I think it's combination. I'm just going to come out and say it. I think it's combination. I know I'm definitely PMSing right now, so there's a little bit of that. Plus not eating the right foods that I should be eating. I did eat a little bit more yogurt yesterday. I'm going to have to get some more. Yeah, I think a lot of it's that. I know their son, he had gotten ill, so I don't know if maybe that's playing into anything. If I might be coming down sick, I'm not entirely too sure because I'm still a little bit nauseous today. We'll see. And let's see here. There's that. I'm gonna get some soda too. Oh, yeah, I need some soda. I've been eating their apples. Of course, they're not organic, and that's another big problem too. I've been off my organic diet. Yeah, that hasn't been helping. And then with the food that I've been eating, that hasn't been helping. Trying to do the best I can to try and help them out, because I'm flat broke. That's why donations, people, donations. But I get it. We're all having issues. But anyway, so yeah, I took a bite out of the one apple, and that I prepared. There was a little bit of a moldy taste to it, so I wouldn't be the least bit surprised that that's playing into things. I didn't realize most people would be no big deal, and it was just that one little bite. But with already having the gut issues, and it's flaring up that section of my bowel. I've got the nerve damage, so yeah, it's a little tender in through there. So it could be a combination of things. So, but anywho, also, after everything was said and done last night and clocked out, I went to text my friends, let them know, okay, I'm ready. And then I seen that I had another text message sitting there, and it had been sent about 30 minutes before, and it was from back in Vegas, and it was a number I didn't recognize, but I seen that there were pictures, and I was just like, what in the world is this all about? And I look, and somebody had sent me a picture of a subpoena for me. Like, what the heck is this? And they're asking me if I'm going to be attending that court date. Very first thing I thought of was a tweet that came out from Metro, that's Las Vegas Metro Police Department. about a scamming scheme that's going around where scammers are posing as government officials, either police officers or people with the court, and basically saying you missed jury duty, so you're going to have to pay this fine, and demanding bank information and so forth. That's what I was thinking of initially. And but with looking at everything, and especially the subpoena, I recognized the name. It's that guy from that domestic violence situation that happened just before I left. They got him. So, but still, I was still not sure. And I did talk to my supervisor, let her know what happened and everything. I told her, the scam, told her about the scamming alert and so forth. I told her I would need to research to make sure that this is valid and everything, and this isn't one of those schemes and everything. She's like, no problem, and she put it into, the system, and so forth. And she's like, if and thing is it's Tuesday, and I'm scheduled to work Tuesday. So, and it's right at that same time. So I put a call in. There was a phone number that was left for me to call, so I put a call in, and of course it's too early. It's only 8 o'clock here, so yeah, they're not even at work yet. They're probably just waking up out there. So hopefully I'll get a call back today, find out if it's legitimate or not, of course, and then let them know, hey, look, I'm out of state. I still want to testify. I want this motherfucker. I'm sorry. He needs to be put behind bars and get himself beat up and a boyfriend on top of it. Yeah. So, that's how I feel about it. He needs to go meet Bubba. So that's how I feel about it. So anyway, yeah, I want to testify, and I told her that, that I want this guy, and so, and of course I explained the circumstances and so forth. But the way the subpoena is worked out, you're required and all this sort of stuff. But I have, according to what I saw, there's this one section was saying that I have to call the night before to see if I'm going to be required to testify the next morning or not. But I need to get with the DA and let them know, hey, I'm out of state. And according to what I was told, it could be done through a Zoom call. Because otherwise, you all are going to have to fly me back. Because I ain't got the money. So, yeah, that's what I need to discuss with him and so forth. So, but at least we got him. So, now we just need to put him away. So I was very happy to see that. Very, very happy. I'm like, yes. So, because it wasn't just about what happened with that. Those girls, unfortunately, because of the situation with the policies, the company policies with the apartment complex, doesn't matter what the disturbance is, who's at fault or anything, it's an automatic eviction. So yeah, they got evicted because of it, and they were homeless. They had nowhere to go. They fortunately, social services was able to find them, at least for one night, someplace for them to go in a shelter. They do have to keep a certain amount of spaces open for women with children, but it's not a long-term situation. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, those two girls got evicted because of it, and I don't know what happened after that. I didn't have their contact information or anything. And I did get in contact with Grandma, who lived on the other side of them, and asked her to see if she had gotten a text message. She didn't. And I told her, okay, well, I need to find, I'm just getting out of orientation, and I need to get home so I can research, find out. Unfortunately, cell phone reception in in that building is horrible, which understandable. I get it. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I know I haven't had much sleep. Um, but yeah, I told her I need to get home and be able to research at least, at least get up on the court's website and research the court number and the case number and see if it's legitimate or not in that respect. But I still don't know if maybe somebody had found out, doing their due diligence and is trying to, possibly scam, or maybe somebody that he knows on the outside, possibly, trying to pull something or what have you. I just much rather be cautious, especially since that scamming alert really went through my brain. It's been settled there in front of my head. So I just want to be cautious, make sure I'm not too worried about my own safety or anything, because I'm way out here. But, you never know. Who knows what sort of connections he might have. But I doubt it. And, of course, my friends know about the situation. I let them know, what has happened. So, anywho, yeah, that's going on, and I'll hopefully find out about that from them today. Yeah, like I said, I didn't get much in the way of sleep last night. I got to bed, it was like around midnight. Woke up at around, basically I jolted out of bed at around 4 this morning. Need to use the restroom, did that, came back upstairs, fell back to sleep, and then I was jolted awake by my glucose alarm. Low sugar. Like, come on, give me a break. So, but yeah, I ate one of my Nutty Buddies, but I haven't been able to fall back to sleep. I tried, did a lot of tossing and turning. Chest is a little inflamed because it looks like we got some clouds going overhead. I know that's one of the reasons why I'm a little bit stuffy this morning too, a little bit nasally. So we'll see. I figure after we get back home from running errands, I'm just waiting for PetSmart to open up so I can get her food. She seems to be doing okay, but I would definitely want to make sure, excuse me, get her some food. I will get a paycheck next week, so that's a positive. I'll be able to take care of some things. Won't be very much, of course, but between last night, and then tomorrow, I'll have at least something. And I think I'm scheduled to work Sunday, or is it Monday? Because I know the work weeks go Monday through Sunday, and we get paid on Friday, and with who I bank with, I get paid 2 days early, so I gotta check my schedule. I need to input it into my calendar anyway, and then too, I can share my calendar with those two with their emails. I mean, we have a community calendar downstairs that everybody writes things on. Yeah, I can do it digitally too, so everybody has it. Especially Angie, because I know she uses a digital calendar quite a bit, especially with her job. So, but then that way I can, share, and it can be doubled. Then that way they have it on their phones too. Even though Rick isn't is a little bit technologically challenged, but not too terribly much. So I'll get that figured out. I'll have to do that today, but I figure once we get back home, I could see about maybe taking a nap. At least get to bed a little bit early. But yeah, I'm going to have an early shift start next couple of weeks, starting at 7 o'clock in the morning. So that's going to be a little bit fun. I'm not used to that. Get to bed early. Hello. That's a novel idea, like it really matters. I just hope that, I don't know with my periods anymore if I'm actually, going to be starting, or if it's, false menopause, or I have no idea anymore. I've been through it so much, so we'll see. I know I'm feeling the little indicators, but I did that when I went through that false menopause last summer. And but the big thing was with getting the hormones out of my system was the flu-like symptoms, like what I went through yesterday and kind of going through right now. Still was having those indications, but yeah. So, and of course, I don't have any precedents, because my mom unfortunately had a hysterectomy when she was 35, so when she went through menopause, she didn't have anything. Same with her mother, and then my other grandmother, she was very conservative. We do not talk about such things, so I have no idea. And then, of course, with the different fathers, with the girls on my mother's side of the family, and of course, those genetics are going to be playing in. And we were pretty certain that my mother is the only one who was from that father. So, who knows? And we're talking 11 kids, and most of them girls. I think there's 8 girls. Let's see here. Junior. There was just the 3. There was just the 3 boys, and the youngest boy died when he was 4. So, yeah, no idea. Either way, no idea. I do have one aunt that I could call and talk to or what have you, but it's been years for her, so having to be drawing on old memories. And then closest aunt that I don't even have a phone number for her, but I'm sure if I gave her a call, she would at least talk to me or whatever. But I also know that they're both kind of scatterbrained. At least it seems that way every time I talk to them. So I don't know. And I'm not too sure if I want to be drudging up family. Yeah, with everything I've been through with family, I'm not too sure if I want to go down that road. So, yeah. And even with talking with cousins, of course they have different fathers, and their genes will play into things as well, I don't know. And I really haven't had much of a desire to be in contact with family either. So, just wing it. See what happens. That's why I've been playing it. It'll be nice to be able to get some health insurance. Maybe I can get in, even though I'm not a fan of those exams. I don't know of any woman who is, unless they're sex crazed or something. Ugh, gross. No thanks. But anywho, I just wing it. Either way, I wouldn't be able to do hormone replacement with being a diabetic because it throws your sugars off. So, yeah. I just have to wing it and do the best I can. So, anywho, yeah, and even with taking an Imodium yesterday, it really didn't help all that terribly much. I mean, it helped a little bit, but, and the ones that I take have the gas relief also, but it really didn't help all that terribly much. It's like, ugh, I was like, anybody have a mint? I just was not feeling good at all last night. So, but, oh well. So yeah, that's kind of everything that's going on. I mean, that was a bit of a shocker to find out that they did catch the guy. It was like, yay, awesome. So, yeah, that was great. That was awesome to find out. So, and she even seemed to be happy. I came home and I told her, I'm like, remember that guy who caused all those problems next door where we used to live? Well, they found him. They caught him. She was just jumping around. I'm like, okay. She is a smart little thing. So I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if she understood. Sometimes you gotta kind of question, but then next thing you know it's like, yeah, they do get it. Or at least she does anyway. But yeah, she's a smart little thing. She is. Of course she is. She's my baby. She's my baby. Yeah. She's my baby. She's licking herself. Little Miss Diva. I know, she's such a queen. But yet, at the same point, next thing you know it, she's throwing that back leg up in the air. Oh, gosh. That's such a diva then. Well, basically, she still is being a diva, but she doesn't look like it. I know. But yep, there she is. Taking care of herself, always. Still got some scabs, but I was able to pull some of them out yesterday. So, slowly but surely, we're getting there. Yeah. And of course, it's healing. It's still going to be itching. So, yep. She's a pretty girl. Yeah, but she's doing good. So, anywho, I'm going to let you go so I can start getting myself ready. Get this video uploaded at least. And get myself ready so we can go and start taking care of some things and so forth. Get some food in the house that I can eat. I know Angie's just like, don't worry about cooking. I do, I'm conscientious. I feel bad about, cooking for myself and not, She's like, no, you need to be eating things that you need to eat. Don't worry about us. And I'm like, well, I know, but she's like, don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. So, and I know I need to see about looking into what I need to do to possibly get my food stamps transferred out here. But then again, I also got to thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, now that I have a job, they might take that into consideration. Especially with the amount of money that I'm going to be making. So I might be better off just leaving it out there until, it's only, well, actually, we're only talking one more month because my renewal is coming up. So yeah, I'm probably better off just being done with it, let it go, and then I can get my license transferred over. Just play it. I think that's going to be my best bet. But it's exciting. It's exciting. So, anywho, yeah, I should go. Anyway, love you guys. I know, very exciting times. We're good through this. It's like I telling her yesterday, we're a team. We'll get through this. I know she was looking for her wet food yesterday. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have the money right now. I'm trying to take burdens off of them. She's like, okay, Mom. I'm like, we're a team. We'll get through this. So, no matter what, we're a package deal. So, anyway, I'll talk to y'all soon. Oh, that's what I was going to mention too. I know there was something else. I am in the process with the social media accounts, and I need to find out with WordPress yet to changing the name. I'm dropping the studio off of the name, just doing the Blissful Lifestyle changes. Because that's basically what this is all about for me, our Blissful Lifestyle changes. So, and I want my blog and so forth to reflect all of that. So I'm going through and dropping the studio part off of the name. So if you see the the name changes, don't be alarmed. And I'll see about changing that with the email and to find out how it might be able to change it with the website. I might not be able to, but at least most other things I'm able to change that name. And I'm going to be going through a whole rebranding. Basically, I'm going to base it off of the branding that I came up with for the new portfolio site. Still want to go down that road. I still want to explore it, or at least have that option available in case things don't work out. Or maybe I get that little stirring inside of me. It's like, okay, you know. And in the meantime, I'm just going with it. Just going with the flow for a change. But I mean, the money that I'm making right now is pretty good, you know. But we'll see what happens with the bennies and so forth. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to change the whole brand according to what I came up with for the personal logo and so forth. And of course, I don't have a computer right now, so I'm having to be using whatever apps are available. I mean, I can do things through Photoshop, at least through the Photoshop app, at least a little bit here and there, whatever, you know, with the, what I can do through that, but also Canva. I figure it will give me an opportunity to really I've done some work in Canva, but it'll give me an opportunity to do a little bit more learning. Another thing I want to see about getting as well is a one of those wireless keyboards and mice that'll help with things as well. So yeah, we'll see about doing that. And my Wacom is supposed to be Bluetooth, but I couldn't get it to connect, so maybe I'll take opportunity to figure that out. So we'll see. I haven't ever done it. But anyway. In the meantime, yeah. We'll see about doing that whole rebranding. That ought to be really cool. A lot of fun. Anyway, I'm going to let you go this time. Promise. I love you guys. I love you. Talk to y'all soon.